part 82 of chapter 3. Now, I don't know what the annotation is. You have the flat line, a little curved line almost, and then flat line, vertical, flat, curve, flat, vertical, flat, curve, it's an undercurve, flat, vertical, flat, underline, flat, vertical, flat, undercurve, underline, undercurve, that's, I mean, the same thing. Flat, line, flat, undercurve, flat, vertical. So I don't know what that means, but I want to try something when we get to that. The reason why the Mesnevi was written is related to have been the following. Husamuddin learned that several of the followers of Jalal were fond of studying the Allahinama of Sana'i, the Hakim, and the Mantiku Tayyir of Attar, and also the Nasib Nama of the latter. He therefore sought and found an opportunity to propose that Jalal should indite something of in the style of the Allahinama, but in the meter of the Mantiku Tayyir, saying that the circle of friends would then willingly give up all other poetry and study that alone. Jalal immediately produced a portion of the Mesnevi, saying that God had forewarned him of the wishes of the brethren, in consequence of which he had already begun to compose the work. It's in Farsi. The fragment consisted of the first 18 couplets of the introductory verses from Reed flute, hear what tale it tells, what plaint it makes of absent ills, and etc. It is of the meter, hexameter contracted, something. Jalal frequently mentions Husam as the cause of the works having been begun and continued. In the fourth book, he addresses him in the opening couplet. Of truth, the light of faith, the sword Husamuddin A.B. above the lunar orbit has clomb my Mesnevi through thee. And again, the sixth book, for its opening verse, the following apostrophe. Now, some people say the sixth book is, apocryphal, as they say it, or pseudo-epigraphal, really, or is it? Anyways, O thou, Husamuddin, my heart's true life, zeal for thy sake I feel springs up in me. Sixth book, hereby to undertake. Often they spend whole nights at the task, Jalal inditing, and Husam writing down his inspirations, chanting it aloud as he wrote it, with his beautiful voice. Just as the first book was completed, Husam's wife died, and an interval ensued. 2 years thus passed without progress. Husam married again, and in that year, Al-Hijra 622, 1263 of the Common Era, the second book was commenced. No other interval occurred until the work was brought to a conclusion. The third couplet of the second book mentions Husam in these terms. When thou of truth, the light Husamuddin, thy coursers reign, didst turn, descending earthward from the zenith starry plain. The third, fifth, and seventh books have similar addresses to Husam, their opening verses. His name is also mentioned cursorily in the third tale of the first book. And yeah, I don't know. So backwards, that would be which I'm not sure how that sounds or how that possibly relates, but